So EDC, and you're familiar somewhat with our product offering. We've talked about trade credit in the past, and I don't know, is your firm currently selling trade credit and signing business with trade credit?
Yeah, we just started recently. We've added Doug, and so he's looking after that line for us.
Okay. And Doug, are you a former underwriter from a trade credit firm?
No. Where would you get that idea?
A lot of brokers that are in the trade credit space are former underwriters from carriers. That's why.
Okay. Bit of a leap, but no. Yeah, no. He's actually a former client, known him for over 10 years, and more of a bonding specialist, but definitely going to be spending some time in the credit space. So.
Okay. So what EDC has done in the last year is that we went out and we hired a consulting firm at the end of Q4 2016, and based on a market scan, we actually changed our broker commission rates on the trade credit piece to align closer to the market. And so we had previously some sliding scales and whatnot. And what we did is we aligned to the market. So the standard rate is 15% on the premium based. And then we are also actually offering a bonus. So if you sign a client that has not been had credit insurance in the last 6 months, we'll offer you a bonus of an additional 5%, so 20% for year one. And then it drops to the standard 15%, which is market. EDC is also growth mode, and we want to be relevant to more Canadian companies and getting them ready to at their various stages of their export journey. So we have a slogan internally called Go, Grow, and Succeed. And you may have seen some marketing campaigns in the last year about that. And so what we really want to be is saying to Canadian companies with our broker partners is that whatever stage you might be at, whether it's not a financial product, but perhaps an advisory service that you need about a market intelligence or, tax information in the US or something, advisory service of some sort, we're happy to provide that to you. And in the event that through your journey you may purchase a financing product with us or an insurance product, great. Is there any questions?
Well, no, that's great. So you've increased the commission, and then just for our edification, what is your sort of niche in the industry, or why would someone call you guys ahead of, say, Tradius or whoever?
So EDC currently has about 50. It's around like 52 to 49% of the market share of credit insurance in Canada. And so we're well known for that. And we do have a mandate where the client needs to have sales to at least one buyer outside of Canada to meet our mandate. In doing that, we also can offer a credit insurance or trade credit with a joint partnership that we have with COFAS Canada. So if your client wanted to insure the export piece, we have a joint policy that we issue, and it's a one policy, and it's administrated at EDC, and we do all the claims and everything as well. But we do it through a joint partnership that's 10 plus years now with COFAS.
Okay.
So in the back end, COFAS writes the Canadian credit, and we write all the export credit. But it's one policy, and you pay premium to one entity, and we do the claims. And on the back office, we handle whose risk it is, right?
Okay.
The other value proposition is with EDC is that we're very well known in the market for staying in the market a lot longer when times get difficult. So throughout the 2008, 2009 financial crisis, a lot of the other carriers pulled out. I've heard slogans of saying, we're first in, but we're first out. But EDC, we don't just pull limits. So sometimes in trade credit insurance, you'll see brokers will ask for something called construed coverage, which means that the coverage is in place for a period of 30 days before it can just be pulled.
Right.
We don't really offer that as a standard product offering because before we're pulling limits, we actually work with the clients to back off of their exposure on a limit. So traditionally, we're much more, there's a lot more collaboration that goes into working with the clients.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The other big thing about EDC that you should be aware of is that EDC's value proposition is really when you need your insurance policy comes at a point of claims. So EDC is very, very well known in the industry for paying claims and actually working with customers to ensure that the claim is paid. Now, we do operate under commercial principles and there's obligations under the policy to be adhered to, but we do go the extra mile to work with our companies to ensure that their claims needs are met.
Okay.
In the last year, in 2017, summer 2017, EDC actually launched a brand new trade credit policy. So we have two different policy offerings right now. And so the brand new one is called Portfolio Credit Insurance. And it is an online digital platform with a new policy wording that really took the legalese of the policy out and streamlined it for our clients. So now credit, claims, and policy underwriting is all in one system, and it's an online digital platform that actually it's similar to the one that we know GCNA uses on the back office. So that was launched this summer, and we're onboarding our existing clients onto that system through a transition period at this juncture. But it's for clients that only have export sales. So if a client still wants to insure their joint book with COFAS, we are working with our domestic partners to develop that new policy and framework, but it's not going to be ready for at least 24 months. So those policies will remain under our former shipments and contracts coverage. So EDC is really looking to the future to sort of say, from a technical point of view and from our underwriting point of view, let's be relevant to our Canadian companies and offer them value.
Okay.
The other thing that you should know about EDC is that we are not always the cheapest in the market, but the thing is that we are very, very well known for our service. So we have a new customer care team that is available from 8:30 to 5 p.m. coast to coast, so that if clients have any needs that they can call the number or they can email us, and we'll come back to them with an answer within a 24-hour period of time. And the new policy in the online framework is something that we've spent quite a bit of money and effort in streamlining the offering as well. So those are some of the updates that we've had within the policy side of things. And then in the last year, the broker channel, it became a formalized channel within our corporate structure. Previously, it was simply more of an ad hoc team that we'd had where we were only staffed with 2 people, and now we're 5. And in doing so, the importance of the broker channel has been highlighted to our senior leadership. And so in the fall, we actually held our very first broker advisory council, which was a day-and-a-half session with our senior leadership, where we shared, market information. We shared, thought leadership with our senior executive team through a dinner and an entire day session with, generalist and specialty trade credit brokers, which we've also used as a feedback sounding board, essentially to say, what do you need in the market and how can we help you and how can we do better? The other piece is that we've actually doing a lot more outreach. So we've hired a marketing firm to do some just cold calls to ensure that our database of information of our brokers is up to date. And Dawn, I believe you got a call from them in December.
Okay, that's who that was. Okay.
Yeah, so they were just sort of validating information and getting castle consent as well, and then prompting some follow-up calls for us to kind of come forward and have this discussion with you. The other thing that we've done in the last year is develop actual tools. So piggybacking off of the existing sales tools, because EDC does have a direct sales force, and taking those tools and developing them for our broker partners and saying, okay, what do brokers need to understand about this product to enable them to actually sell it? So based on the feedback that my team provided, there's been some sell sheets that have been produced on the product. And then what we actually call a battle card. So if your client has never exported before, sort of what are the benefits of trade credit, and how can you, you know, have a dialogue with your client in the event that they're coming up saying with reasons why they may not want to purchase it. The other thing that they've launched in the fall was an online training forum for select broker partners, where if there's an interest in actually learning a little bit more about the product and how to sell the product, we have an online learning forum now.
Oh, great. That's really, really positive.
Yeah, so there's been some change based on the recognition of the channel and being part of our, key corporate priorities at this juncture. So just wanted to hear a little bit more about your brokerage firm and how the trade credit fits into sort of your, what I understood to be your standard surety practice.
I wouldn't really say, I mean, it's one of the things that we're looking at doing is, promoting it more so as a way to bring in clients and because, accounts receivable is essentially the biggest asset that a corporation has. It's not typically insured. And right now we've noticed some studies that are being done with, and you see a lot of legislation going through with the quick pay contractor legislation that, and what they're saying is that, not being paid in a timely fashion is the biggest risk to most contractors out there. So we're kind of at this stage looking to bundle it into our offering as a comprehensive insurance offering to our contractor partners. So, we have, into the thousands of clients who are contractors, and so now we're sort of circling back and rounding out that business, and we've got bonding people, we've got fleet people, we've got CGL people, and we just added a personal lines person, and one of the things that Doug is looking at doing is adding the credit insurance as another piece. And we're looking at a couple other options too, with legal expense protection. That's something else that's not being sold as readily as it should be, and we're also looking at developing a bespoke policy to cover fines that are being charged to on-site supers, and that's a big concern right now of contractors because it's limiting their ability to hire quality people for that role, and it's a very critical role because they're people who will oversee everybody on the job site. So,
Okay.
yeah, so Doug's come on board. His background is roofing, actually, and bonding because he was a bonded roofing contractor, and so I wanted to get him involved on the call, and I've also got a couple other guys who are, more commercial general liability specialists on the contractor insurance side. So I'm going to share the information with them as well. And I'd be very interested in getting access to the training and also your, I think you called them target sell sheets.
Yeah, I can send those. I'll send those to you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I can also do is send you specimens of the existing new policy, the portfolio credit insurance policy, so that you have your brokers can have an understanding of what the actual policy says and does, because it explains it quite well in terms of the risks covered. So bankruptcy, non-payment are basically the top two, but then the others are sort of political risk insurance that are covered, or political events that are covered as well. I can send you the battle card, and then what I can also do is send you an onboarding sheet that has a link to several videos that actually have the benefits of trade credit insurance in them, and you can look at those, and your team can look at those and develop more internal sales tools from yourself that you can pull off, information you can pull out of those videos.
Great.
And then I can send you the battle card. What I am doing is I'm not giving everybody access to the online learning platform. I want to sort of assess sort of what is the opportunity that we have with each firm, and sort of say, it sounds like you're interested, which is wonderful, and I want to be able to support you in that. So I'll send you that material, and if there's more interest in where we want to look at some opportunities together, I'd be happy to sort of advance our connection and providing access to that online training form. But it does take time, so I'll send you the onboarding information and the battle cards, and then we can have a follow-up dialogue. Maybe I'm going away in the middle of March, but Dawn, you and I can connect. And is it Doug that I should connect with as a next step, or is it yourself?
That's fine. You can send it over to me. I'll forward it on.
Okay.
And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll share with you our new website that we've launched, and I shouldn't say launch, we're launching once it's up, and then like you said, we can connect in maybe a month or two and take it to the next step.
Okay, so why don't I book a follow-up call, say, around the week of the 20th of March? Does that give you guys enough time?
Probably not. Let's go, let's just do it let's do maybe same day in April. Let me pull it up here. I'm away as well in March, so.
So yeah. That would be the 2nd of April?
Oh, that works, yeah. I'm pretty open.
I will.
At 2 o'clock, 2 to 3.
Okay, I will check my calendar. Who am I to invite to the call? Just yourself, Don?
Might be Easter Monday, so that you might let me know work for you.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me actually.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, I can do the 3rd. Are you open? What time are you open on that day?
I've got a call from 1 to 2.
So the morning works?
Yeah.
Do you want to do 10 o'clock? So I'm going to send you a calendar invite for just a half-hour check-in and see where things are at. Do I invite Nathan or just yourself, Don?
Yeah, I'll have Nathan send you the calendar invite if you don't mind.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, I will send you that information, and we look forward to new opportunities with your firm.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye for now.